think that the main thing here with Tori Spelling is that there's a juggling, a balancing of all the responsibilities in life. You know, it's a little bit tumultuous in her life right now, but she is maintaining control. Like she does have, like even though she's having a juggling act with all of the responsibilities, say her kids, money, you know, different aspects in her life, she is currently able to manage. And even though like she might not realize she's doing a good job of maintaining all of the responsibilities that she has on her shoulders, it might feel overwhelming. Like what's going to be coming next? Part of the problem is that she's not going with the flow in life. So she's encountering a lot of resistance. And every time you encounter resistance in life, that's because it's the universe trying to steer you into the right course, into the right direction. So, into which direction is the universe trying to direct Tori Spelling? Okay, so there's a chance that she's stuck in the past, the way things used to be. For instance, maybe financially in the past, she had a lot more money than she does right now. And she's having difficulty letting go of that and living currently in, like, within her reality right now. So perhaps if she were to live in the now and change her perspective, because she would have a much easier time balancing things and maybe have a little bit more fun as well. Maybe, but then I can imagine her life's not too much fun right now, but trying to find ways to have fun. So, in her past, what exactly is she holding on to that she can let go of to help ease the pressure that's on her shoulders? Okay, so it looks like it's a relationship. I'd assume that it was money, but it could be that there was a past relationship that she's holding on to. Here, we see that this is more of a kismet kind of a relationship, you know. I would assume this is her husband, her soon to be ex husband. So perhaps if she were to let go of that, then she might see an easing of the tension that's binding up her mind, you know. Can you tell me more about this card? Perhaps is this a relationship that's over permanently, or is there a chance? Let's see. Tell me more about this relationship, if possible. If possible, can I see more about this relationship? Okay, well, we see somebody who doesn't necessarily care about what others think. They do their own thing. They've got their own path in life. Perfectly confident. You know, they don't need other people to stroke their ego. You know, they might go for things that are less common, you know, down the or off the beaten path, that sort of thing. So now this relationship was in the past with the Queen of Wands. There was a lovers. Could we see? Is this the? Does this reflect Tori or does this reflect the ex-husband? Let's see. Can we pull another card just to see? Yeah, let's pull another card. Okay, and we see internal struggle and perhaps external struggle as well. I would say external struggle, that this relationship caused a lot of struggle in her life, but it was true love. So let's start by asking what the Queen of Wands' most defining characteristic is. Or is there anything of note? Help us to identify who the Queen of Wands is. Okay, well, I see that at the start of this relationship, it kind of started to cause a bit of financial problems for Tori. That this relationship was the reason or the start of her financial problems. In what regard? Because there wasn't sufficient temperance. It's more of a. Can you see? Okay, let me just adjust the camera here. to allow you to see a little bit better. Okay, so what we see is that this financial issue that she's having, like the financial troubles that she had at the start of the relationship, this was because it was kind of nature's way of saying that it's a judgment, basically. You know, this is the reward you get for your actions. So maybe I understand he may have been married in the past. So perhaps this was a pathway that they both went down because it was love. But it also came with it certain bad karma, for example. And that bad karma resulted in a struggle. And I would say maybe with her family life, like her home life, her kid, like her parents, for example. Let's see more about this struggle. Yeah. So all of the dreams, all of the fantasies that she had, you know, the riches, the luxury, it all of a sudden became really clear that she needed to work for it. That it wasn't just going to be handed to her, she needed to work for it. So, and that may have brought about some fighting as well. Let's see, can we see more? But that was more also, we see as well that this, and so this is kind of more like just going forward without any kind of real understanding of the consequences of your action. So I'm not really sure like how married her ex-husband was, or her soon-to-be ex-husband was at the time that their relationship started, but there might have been a bit of a gung-ho, I'm going to go for it because I love him, all the struggles, you know, whatever, I don't care, I'm going for it, I want it, I need it, I'm going to get it. So here, now who, okay, so all of these balancing acts that she's, oh, there's nothing more to learn there. Can we learn more? Should we learn about the queen or the balancing? Let's see. Okay. In regards to, okay, so I think that she's having this moment where she knows that the solution is in front of her, but she's just not listening to her gut. You know, the answer is very much in front of Tori Spelling. The solution to all of her problems is very much in front of her. And she knows what it, well, she might not consciously know what the solution is, but internally, unconsciously, subconsciously, she knows. And if she just takes a second to breathe and look at things a little bit differently, all of her problems, well, maybe not all of her problems, but the most pending, like the most frustrating problems will magically disappear. Well, maybe not magically, but they will resolve themselves. So should we just perhaps inquire a bit more about the solution? Because I know that Tori Spelling is not watching, but perhaps if we can give her a tiny bit of advice, in case she ever does happen to see this video, what advice does the tarot impart to Tori in regards to this potential solution to her situation? Let's see. So I would think that the best advice to give to Tori would be to start looking at all the things in your life that give you joy, that give you that nice little butterfly feeling in the pit of your stomach, and go through everything in your life and see if it gives you that butterfly feeling, if it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel bad. And anything that makes you feel good, keep it. Anything that makes you feel bad, really assess if it needs to be in your life. Like for instance, if her ex-husband makes her feel bad, he might still need to be in her life because they have children, but to find a way to make that co-parenting work. Now, I would think, since nothing else has, no other court card has appeared, I would think that this might reflect Tori Spelling, but I'm going to give somebody else the opportunity to pop out. Is there anybody else? No, yeah, let's see. Is there anybody else that needs to pop out? No. Okay, no. So I would say that this reflects Tori. This is somebody that, is very determined to do her own thing in life. And we see that, she wanted her husband, so she got him. She wants all this wealth, and so she has to work for it. She's encountering delays and dilemmas, but she just needs to really assess all aspects of her life to see what can be eliminated and what cannot, and go down the path that makes you feel happy. And then you might see that money flows back into your life. If you do things according to like your inner self, things that are true to you, then you might not find yourself, you might be able to go along the path to prosperity, that your journey won't be blocked as much as you're finding it to be. Because we do see that there is a little bit of blockage going on here. And I would assume that one of the most defining things in her life was the start of her marriage, and that seems to have caused a bit of dilemma for her financially. Okay, so I'm going to ask if there's anything else that we should reveal about Tori Spelling. Is there anything else here that needs to be revealed about Tori Spelling? And I think that she might know that she had done something that wasn't. I think that she knows that she did something wrong, and that was the judgment that led. So she definitely knows that there's something in her past that she did that led to this judgment and financial distress. And I think she knows what it is. She was hoping that it wouldn't come out, and it might. Well, it possibly will. Who knows? Maybe it already has come out.